Sorry it took so long. You provided a great service to all ramkind. In return, take this fine ram wool. Oh, thanks. Can't combine those. You should really get this guy looked after. Give that ram a checkup. I think I have something that I'd like to trade. What can this wool give me? That'll get you this fine vital ink. Thanks for doing business. Do that with the feather. You've now got yourself a pen. And then we can go to the... Close enough. Can write our name on this. Good luck. But before we continue, we need to get the light bulb from the plant girl. That's where the computer is. I'm just, you might have not noticed, but I am using different dialogue. I do remember spending a lot more time in the Glen, and it seems I've just done it in about 10 minutes. The light's gone out. Wendy, do you know what happened? Nope. You really? But what am I going to do? Light up again. Phew. There's a kernel of corn in the ground near here. She must have left it behind. Does that mean I have to do the lens puzzle again? Not looking forward to that. Just out of curiosity, does that place count as indoors? It does. So now we can... What we'll do is we'll just rest here. Seems to not remember... what you've thingied. Unlike the original, like the Steam release, where it always remembers your name. But then again, I didn't change my name during that playthrough, so it might just be because I've changed it. Wendy, I had another dream. Mama was there. She gave me pancakes. I think it was my birthday. People always get their favourite food on their birthday. Lots of it, too. No, I am just a god. I see. So, do you like pancakes? Yes. On my last birthday, I ate 10 of them. Must be one for every age. I was so full I didn't eat anything else that day. My mama makes the best pancakes. Some of the neighbours make really good noodles. And some of the neighbours make a lot of bread. No, I'm just a god. I'm on my own here. That sounds a bit lonely. I'm sorry. Our neighbours and my mama takes turns making food for the whole village each day. Everyone takes turns doing chores and watching the children too. I don't need to be watched anymore though. I'm old enough to help out. I miss everyone. I wonder if they're worried about me. Speaking of helping out, we should probably go now. Good luck. I don't want to touch this in case I lose progress. Hey, Wendy. There were a lot of names on that scroll back there. I wonder who all those people are. It looks really old. I don't think he mentioned that in the Steam version. Could it be it was just residents that have came in from the Glen to refuge? He's small as well. Wait. Before you pass, you must allow me to examine your inventory. Interesting book you have there. Well, nothing illegal, but... Oh, you have the seed. It is the duty of the life bearer. It is the duty of the light bearer to regrow the race of the plants. Do you understand the procedure? Yes, I do. Excellent. The plot is north of the spire. You cannot miss it. I hope she grows this time. The other seeds were all planted before the sun was extinguished. Other seeds? Do you know how I can get to the top of the spire? Here too? The music seems a lot louder as well. The elevator should be here. And there's a bed just out in the open. I guess this place didn't get too much time of development. That seems a lot smaller as well. What is this? Is this a library? Can't be. A computer room. It's off. Oh, there's a librarian. Oh, hello, sweetie. Aren't you adorable? I didn't know the light bearer would be so cute. Thank you? Do you know how to enter the tower, miss? I don't, but I could help you find a book that could. But first, could you be a sweetheart and bring me a new book for my collection? It's a policy I'm afraid I can't change, even for you. The journal? How interesting, a journal written in an ancient language. I'm sure you'd like this translated, would you, sweetie? Give me some time to work, please. I think I'm hungry. There's a cafe southeast from here. I'm sure the people there can fix you up something nice. So I've just bumped into the library. And it's lonesome for her. Interesting. I guess the refuge got a lot more time. It benefited quite greatly from the development cycle. And this must be the plan. Yeah, most definitely. When they say you can't miss it, he wasn't kidding. There's a small plot of dirt here. And a person said to bury the seed here. It's hard to imagine that it would grow into a person. Please grow, little plant. The music seems a bit louder as well. I must be going to a cafe now. Seems to be mirrored from before, because the entrance was to the left, I believe. Excuse me, I'd like to eat something, but I don't have any money. Well, you're in luck. Doesn't you have a picture? There's always a special for the light bearer, at a low price of free. What can I get you? Do you have pancakes? I do. Pancakes. Take a seat and I'll fry some up for you. These pancakes are so good and I'm really hungry. Thank you very much. But they aren't as good as Mama's. Sorry, mister. Mama always picked the nuts. Mama always put the nuts we picked in the pancake goop. She always made them when I was feeling sad or lonely. I really miss my mama. Hey, it's okay. I'm sure you'll see her again after you place the sun. Want some more pancakes? I'm okay, thank you. Hang in there, you can do it. Just a side character. This is a much different game from the Steam release, and yeah, I can understand why. It's interesting to see the game from this kind of early stage of development. It's like a prototype, really. So this must be the spire then, instead of the elevator. Welcome back, darling. You might want to have a look at this. There's an entity few know about in this world. It has the habit of silencing those aware of it. I'm one of the few still alive. This being is somehow connected to the world. Perhaps it is a spirit of the world. Just as the light within our world fluctuates. Just as the light within our world fluctuates, so does the temperament of this being. As the light is now fading, the entity is now seeking death. Death not to itself, but to our entire world. Why do you think I was willing to go against this entity? Because it sounded like he wanted genocide, but... See, I'm still indecisive, and that makes the decision harder to make. Because as people have mentioned, the world is on its way out. The world is doomed. All I've done is prolong the inevitable. Either for a few months, a few weeks, a few months, maybe even days. Depends on the quality of that light bulb, the sun. It could be a cheap, nasty one that just dies out in a couple of days. Or it might last for like a millennium. Or decades, or so, I don't know. It really is like a gamble. And that's not to say if the world's gonna fall apart, even with the sun out there bright, like, you know. If the sun's still out there, full force, then the world's still gonna fall apart in its own accord. We must of course stop it. When our God and our Saviour arrive, the entity will attempt to manipulate them into shattering the light bulb at the top of its spire. Our God is the only thing this entity can communicate with. It is through them that the Saviour will be tricked. Shattering the light bulb will return the Saviour to their home world, leaving ours to crumble. But as far as we know, this is the only way for the Saviour to return home. What do we do in a situation like this? Tell the truth, causing the Saviour to leave? Lie, only to have the entity reveal the truth? We can only hope that they have seen enough... We can only hope that we can only hope they have enough respect for the world they've seen when standing on top of the spire and judging our fates. I don't want this world to end. Is that what will happen if I leave? I'm sure it's overwhelming. But I'm sure you know in your heart what the right choice is. To leave the tower is to start... To enter the tower is to leave at the start. I found this after I finished translating. It's all I could find. And sweetie, before you go, take this. A die? You're just adorable, I had to give you something. I know you'll make the right choice at the top of the spire. Do you have any more dialogue, Miss Librarian? No, she just thinks I'm gonna make the right choice. Well, you would have realised it sooner or later. I've had enough of this world, haven't you? Either the light bulb will be destroyed or Nico will be killed. I'll make sure you never reach the end. Quit now and save yourself the effort. Oh, fucking hell. What's going on? I feel something moving in my pocket. The die is buzzing. The die went quiet. The feather? No, you're not combining them. Well, this has changed all of a sudden. And now we're at the... No. The bows. And we're back home now. No way. Now is not the time to be watching the TV. Locked. It's full of things, I don't need any of it. No ashes. Won't turn on. It's not as foggy this time. I can see other buildings. So the outside must be the refuge then. To enter the tower is to leave at the start. This is where I started in this world. Maybe it would be where I leave too. You're still planning on saving the world, aren't you? The world is suffering. If Nico smashes the bulb and leaves, it will just be like waking up from a bad dream. Nico will be miserable in this world. You do care about Nico, don't you? See, this is what I don't get. Like, he says he's going to be miserable in this world. He would be if he was trapped in the tower of a spire. But if he was able to get out, he'd be at least able to like live a life with the brother and sister, at least. That's how I thought of it. I mean, everyone has to kind of leave the nest sooner or later. And we're just at the end all of a sudden. No need to go through the lower parts of refuge. Bish bash bosh, before you know it, you're at the end. So this is where the sun belongs. The said that the only way for me to go home is to shatter the light bulb. But then everyone here, well, I can't decide. Wendy, what should I do? What's the right thing to do? It's still a tough decision, but we're not going to pussyfoot around this time. Nico, I want you to shatter the light bulb and see what happens in this cycle. Only then can we decide what is the right thing. Do it. I trust your judgment, Jamie. Or Wendy. Wendy. What happened? It's very dark in here. Oh, I can see a light at the end of this passage. I think I heard a voice as well. Mama? I can hear her calling me. All I need to do is pass through this wall. What, you mean the game window? I'll finally be home again. Ah, Wendy. I guess this is goodbye. Thank you for everything. He just walked out the fucking window. What the fuck? How did he do that? How did they design it so he just casually just walks out? What the fuck? The Saviour is gone. All hope for the world is lost. Fatal error. Can I... Nope, the game has literally killed itself. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. You really do have one shot in this version. Could not start RPG Maker. RPG RTEX. Oh shit. Interesting. So that's the freeware version of OneShot, which is literally one shot. It's not even that long as well. So, now we've investigated that, and we know kind of what this second option is, with him leaving the world. He just fucking walks out the game window. Really, what is the right thing? I'm still kind of leaning towards the first option, to essentially light the fire. Although I believe the Steam version would have more dialogue and the such, so I need to investigate further. But that's the original version, and I know it was quite quick, quite rough as well. It wasn't as enthusiastic as the previous run, but I wanted to see what the original version was and maybe have a legit excuse for picking the second option.